Okay, I will talk about exercise 9C question 3. Question 3. In this exercise, we want to write down the pair of similar triangles. Just write down. That means we can simply observe and then find which two triangles are similar to each other. First of all, for question 3A, you can see these two figures are very easy to see, right? Because they are on the same shape, and also the position is just the same, right? That means the P is corresponding to X, the Q is corresponding to Y, right? And R corresponding to Z. How can we know that we can have two ways to find this one? First of all, we may find it by consider the angles. For example, you can see this one, the angle, and these two are the same. That means we know that point P is corresponding to point X, right? And then for second one, the Q and the Y. So we know that Q should be corresponding to Y. And then we know that for the last point will be corresponding to another point that is R is corresponding to Z. So triangle PQL is similar to triangle XYZ. That is the answer. Understand? How can we find the order, right? So remember, the order is important. If you say this one is similar to this one, then it's wrong. Understand? So that's part A. Then let's have a look on part B. Part B, you can see the figure have a little bit difference. That is, the figure may have some rotation. They are not just very easy as part A. So we can also use the same method. For example, you can see, this angle should be corresponding to this angle, right? And triangle, this one, triangle. For the left, this one is M. For the right, this one is E, right? For example, this right angle, and this one has a right angle. So that means L corresponding to G. For the last one, easy, right? So it is 2. Okay, we have 2L. Sorry. This one should not be L, should be N. Sorry. So this one, N, should be corresponding to F. Okay, so we have these two triangles will become similar. But remember, the order may not, some of you may not write down the order in this way. Some of you may triangle M, N, L, then the corresponding triangle should be E, F, G, right? They are also correct. Okay, just use your order, but the corresponding points should be the same. Okay. Then for part C, this time I want to use another method. In fact, for part B, we can also observe this one. And besides using the angles to observe which point corresponding to which point, we can also use the length to observe. What does it mean? Usually, for example, this time, you can see we have 3 lengths here. They are all different, right? 1 cm, 2.3 cm, and 2.5 cm. And we know that for this triangle to this triangle, we are doing enlargement, right? That means this one is bigger, this one is bigger, this one is smaller triangle, right? So we can look for the arrangement of the size of the triangle. What does it mean? For example, this one, 1 cm, is the shortest side in this triangle, right? The shortest. The longest is 2.5, right? So the corresponding side should be the shortest too. What does it mean? That means in this triangle, 1.4 cm is also the shortest, right? And then for the longest should be 3.5 cm, right? So we know that this one, 3.5 cm, should be corresponding to 2.5 cm. For the middle one, that is the 3.22 cm, should be corresponding to the middle one, that is the 2.3 cm. Understand? So you can see this one, the middle one, is ln, that is this way, ln. And then we corresponding to this one, there is fg, that is this one, right? Right. So for the green one, purple one, that is the longer side. This one is mn, that is this one, mn. Then we corresponding to ef. You can see the same, right? One and the point 1 and point 3, point 1 and point 3, right? For the green one, that is this one, is the shortest one, that is the ml. And then corresponding to the right triangle is the eg. So you can see there is a face here, right? That is the usually I will say the left eye will correspond to the left eye, the right eye will correspond to the right eye, and then the mouth corresponding to the mouth, right? So we can see the size, the corresponding size are also have the same order in the size. That is, the longest will still be the longest size, the shortest will be the shortest size. Understand? So there is another way to look for which point to which point. But some of you may say, oh, to use the angle to compare will be easier, then you can use the angle. But sometimes in some questions later on, you can see you can only use the size to compare, then you can use this method. Okay, so let's do the posse together. Okay, so posse, if this time use the angle is easy, right? Because the angle is already marked for you. But this time I use the size to try to use the size. For example, the shortest is this one, But you may ask, oh, this one shortest, we write down UW or WU. We don't know, right? This time we can say this TS or ST, right? So the order is very important. So what can we do? We should use one more side. That means for this one, 7.5 is the longest. That means the U here is the middle point between the longer size and the shorter size, right? So for another triangle, we also look for the longer size. That is the 5 cm. So we know that the S is corresponding to U because it's the middle point between the longer side and the shorter size, right? So we know that U should be corresponding to S, and then we know that UW should be corresponding to ST. Then we know that the last point must be corresponding. That's V should be corresponding to R, and then we are finished. If we can check the angle, U is this one, S is this one, correct? For another one, W is this one, 3 points, and 3 points, and this one T also, right? Then the last angle must be equal. There is the V, and this one R, the same. So this one correct. Understand? So there's the two ways to see which point corresponds to which point. So let's have a try by yourself.